Namaskar, this is Akhilesh Bhargav again. Welcome to Tidbits on Business and Finance with me. Let us talk about the downfall of Pappoo and the collapse of his business empire. We are not talking derogatory about any public figure, but are talking about Mehul Choksi, India's probably biggest fraudster, who has cheated banks in India for over 14,000 crores and has thereafter run away to Antigua in the Caribbean, safely settled there. We hear no news about his extradition to India, and we don't know when will he come back to India to face the law for the crimes that he committed here. Mehul Choksi is popularly known as Pappoo in Mumbai's diamond circles, either affectionately or probably out of sarcasm, because many in the industry had confidently predicted at least a decade before he ran away from India in December 2017 that his business empire will collapse. The story of Pappoo goes to the time when he took over his father's diamond trading business, which was set up in the 60s. It was merely a diamond trading business, but he had ambitions to be the Louis Vuitton or the Cartier of Mumbai, like his dubious nephew Nirav Modi, who's presently in a lockup in the UK. So Pappoo wanted to be a Louis Vuitton, and for that he made ambitious forays into the manufacture of diamond jewellery and its retailing. And for that purpose, he hobnobbed with the Aishwarya Rais and Kareena Kapoors of India in order to build the glamour around himself and his brands. The fact is that Pappoo's jewellery retailing business was losing money from day one. It was not profitable. But with the help of colluding auditors and compliant bankers, this real state of affairs was hidden for years, and bankers kept lending him money till a point came when his balance sheet could no longer sustain that huge, unproductive, unprofitable debt, and he collapsed. His businesses collapsed, which was the most obvious thing, and the second thing he did was run away from India, leaving behind a trail of unpaid lenders and bankers, unpaid employees, unpaid vendors and creditors, and also all criminal agencies on his tail, including the SFIO, CBI, Income Tax Department and the Enforcement Directorate. His running away from India has also left one unanswered question, which is, who was the godfather in the system? That powerful godfather who let his scam continue for years together, who ensured that banks kept lending money to him, and who also ensured that he was able to run away so easily with bag, baggage and family, and even transfer his money abroad to enjoy the loot there. The last that we have heard of Pappoo was in a video a few months ago where he said that he fears he has a threat to his life and he thus is not able to return to India. What a big joke. The recent news is that the bankers and the lenders to Gitanjali Gems, the bankrupt flagship company of Pappoo, they have decided to liquidate the company. The reality is that the bankers are now seeing and accepting the gross loss that stares in the face on account of the loans that they gave to Pappoo's company. Gitanjali Gems is bankrupt, and the lenders have even realized that there is no point in even appointing an insolvency professional to continue its existence and see whether there can be any recovery and settlement of loans. They have accepted the writing on the wall. No recovery is possible. And that's also because despite the continuing investigation by so many criminal agencies, no further details have been unearthed of assets that he owns in India. The ED has already attached 41 properties of Pappoo worth 1,210 crores, and that's it. Nothing more is being found, and bankers have no choice but to accept their fate, throw in the towel, write off their losses, which are going to be huge, and they are going to take a hit. Let's talk about the ordinary shareholders of Gitanjali. Let's talk about their pathetic state of affairs. Bankers are certainly losing money, but an equally huge loss is to the ordinary shareholders of Gitanjali, who have virtually lost all their investment that they made in the company. At one point of time, because of the manipulated financial statements of Gitanjali Gems, as also the stock market manipulation that he indulged in, its market price, the market price of its share was 600 per share. Today, it is 1 rupee a share. And the trading on the stock markets has been suspended. In other words, shareholders of Gitanjali Gems have lost their entire capital that they invested in it. India has been witnessing too many such cases where ordinary shareholders lose their capital or a large part of their capital gets eroded because of instances of high profile corporate mismanagement, frauds conducted by those who were in charge of those companies. Big companies, well-known companies have folded up and shareholders have lost almost everything. That includes the likes of Jet Airways, shareholders of ILFS, shareholders of Arcom, and now Gitanjali. The list is actually many. These are just names which are fresh in mind. Shareholders of these companies have lost. Shareholders of banks like ICICI Bank, Yes Bank have also lost money because of mismanagement, misconduct of their top management. It was because of Chanda Kochar that the share price of ICICI Bank had fallen sharply because of the reputational risk that the bank had incurred. The shareholders of Sun Pharma also saw an erosion in their wealth because of malpractice that were alleged to have been conducted by the promoter of Sun Pharma. So we have been seeing a spate of, a series of corporate mismanagement, frauds and financial mismanagement in which banks do lose money, but it is the ordinary shareholder who perhaps loses the most. They tend to lose their entire capital sometimes. India has been sitting on a number of high-profile corporate balance sheets with suspect finances and suspect financials. Who knew that ILFS will collapse like a pack of cards? Who was aware till quite recently? Who thought that Jet Airways will also get grounded so pathetically? The fact is that these balance sheets were loaded with suspect finances, finances that were manipulated, and they had balance sheets which were signed by well-known auditors and well-known independent directors. And it is on the trust of those balance sheets that ordinary shareholders were lured to invest in these companies, not knowing that they are walking in a trap and they are going to probably lose their entire investment. Pappoo was not alone in the game of this manipulation and frauds. Ask ILFS, ask Deloitte. There are many others who have been in the game, and it is the ordinary shareholders who seem to have no protection whatsoever from these fraudsters like Pappoo. This is Akhilesh Bhargav signing off till we meet again. Namaskar.
HW News Network today is a year and a half old. Thanks to your support, thanks to your love, we've grown. We require your support a little more. What we request you to do is to download our free app. Our app is in Hindi, English and Marathi. We promise to update you with the latest news, views, analysis, interview. We also have a live TV going in that. If you download our app, we will get advertisers. And if we get advertisers, we'll get revenue. We get revenue, we can serve you better. So once again, please do support us. Please download our app. Namaskar.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
एक बहुत पुराना फिल्मी गाना है, बदले बदले मेरे सरकार नजर आते हैं, जिसे आजकल प्रधान सेवक नरेंद्र मोदी पर लागू किया जाए तो थके थके मेरे सरकार नजर आते हैं। अगली दफे हो सकता है नरेंद्र मोदी प्रधानमंत्री न बने, कोई और बने। बीजेपी कोई अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जैसा शख्स तलाश कर रही है।
हाँ, मोदी जी ने कहा था न मैं खाऊंगा न खाने दूंगा। ये शायद कांग्रेस को पछती नहीं है। अब कांग्रेस की सरकारें कुछ राज्यों में बनी है, वो कम से कम अच्छा काम करें न करें, कम से कम इस बात को तो ध्यान में रखें कि बिना करप्शन का सरकार चला कर दिखाए।
मीडिया तो धराशायी हो चुका है, कम से कम देश को चाहिए एक सशक्त और मजबूत विपक्ष। क्या राहुल गांधी या फिर अरविंद केजरीवाल, अखिलेश यादव, मायावती, ममता बनर्जी एक सशक्त विपक्ष साबित होंगे?
अनेक विचारधाराएं, एक मंच। ये हमारे दर्शकों पर यानी आप पर निर्भर करता है कि आप कौन से विचारधारा से सहमति रखते हैं।